Talk to me about this business model. How's it work?
Well, like you say, we're crowdfunding winemakers, and right now the crazy thing is that Americans pay about twice as much for their wine as Europeans do. And the winemaker's getting a tough deal. It's really hard for a winemaker to make money.
I've always heard, winemaking is a hobby for rich people and it's not that profitable. Is that true?
That's really true. There's always a joke that the way to make a small fortune is start with a large one.
I was going to use that line. That is the old joke, and it's a fairly amazing one. But, your business has really evolved to actually have some serious numbers behind it, not just in terms of the 10 million bottles that we mentioned, but you've got members that sort of pay up to do they subscribe to a particular winery, or do they go across to just the service itself?
We've got 200,000 angel investors around the world who together put up about $80 million a year, which we invest into 135 winemakers. So yeah, the numbers are big, like you said, 10 million bottles. And the business is only 5 years old, so it's growing rapidly.
So for the independent winemakers, how profitable can this be?
Well, very profitable, because for most of them, they're actually not making any money at all. And it's partly a question of they get to make some proper money this way. But the flip side of it is that they can spend 52 weeks a year making wine, whereas right now, you spend 17 weeks a year making and 35 weeks a year selling, which is a bum deal.
And talk to us about the process of getting it to customers. I mean, how is this different from a wine club?
Well, it's exactly the same in that, in the end, FedEx comes and drops it off. But what's different is that customers can order what they like when they like. It's not like a club that you just get shipped stuff whether you want it or not.
Well, there's also the aspect of marketing costs is gone.
Yeah.
And that's a substantial cost in the wine business in America that I think isn't widely understood. That when you make a buy $100 bottle of wine, the cost to make it's not really that great, but a lot of that often is marketing.
That's right. If a $100 bottle of Napa Cab has got about $10 of Napa Cab in it, and it's got $90 of stuff you can't taste,
yeah.
Which if you've crowdfunded that wine, you don't have to pay all that $90. You had a speaker on earlier from Treehouse, and it's a very similar principle to education. It doesn't cost anything like the kind of fees that are being charged.
I also when you look at these marketing costs, why is Europe so different? Because we see European in San Francisco. You see the European winemakers come in. We had some guys from Provence at the plant downstairs a few weeks ago, and that was certainly a marketing effort there. Why is the cost differential so great?
Because the laws in America are written to protect the distributor. So the two important people are the winemaker and the wine drinker are both getting screwed, and the people who are making all the money are the guys in the middle, who, frankly, could be left out the loop.
Post-prohibition rules, really, about distribution and stuff. Interesting.
That's right.
All right.